This is Scott of Patriot Fence and Decks.
That's correct.
And we're talking decks now. We're talking deck galore. 2-story decks.
That's correct.
You did one in Cleveland Heights.
Yes.
Tell us about that project.
Yeah, so the one in Cleveland Heights was actually an existing morning room with a walkout from a second floor bedroom. So the morning room was completely enclosed with windows, vinyl siding, and what we wanted to do is tear that all off and have more of a composite deck with pillars and that existing walkout deck above, just rebuilt.
Neat.
So that it was a newer, more secure structure, but also with a newer look and feel to the back of the house.
Well, that looks like, in that case like that, you're really working with the architecture of the house that's there. I mean,
Correct.
I mean, rather than just, okay, there's an area for a deck, let's pop it on and connect it. That's really working with the house, the existing. That's kind of interesting. I don't think about that when I think of putting decks on, and I don't think of a company that does that, but you guys can.
Absolutely. So I would say what this did is modernized the outdoor living space.
Okay.
And then I would say the morning room was underutilized. It was probably more of a storage room than anything else, because it was just an 8x12, which for entertaining is a relatively small space.
But before people sitting in chairs like this.
And so what we did is we tore off the entire old structure and then expanded it to a 12x12, which is much larger, put a ceiling fan in, recessed lighting, and really updated the look, and put some stairs down to the new driveway and backyard, so it's much more open for entertaining.
Wow, that's really nice. And the other things like fan, for instance, you guys do the electrical work and everything? I mean,
correct.
And you sell the fans? I mean, I have a selection.
Yes, I would say a lot of that is if the customer has a certain product in mind, let us know where we can get it, or we do have, just some, I would say, basic products that we can source and kind of take that, choice from them.
And again, in terms of the design of this, so this was sort of an idea, a vision that the customer had, but they couldn't quite totally see everything, and
Correct.
You guys helped them do that. You actually did the schematics, the designs.
Correct. Yes, and so we're responsible for permitting, which requires drawings.
So you guys are working with the city too to make sure everything's okay.
Yes,
That's
everything's done to the code. We do have an in-house design person that can create drawings for the city, but also for the customer to help bring their vision, to life. And from there, we're able to build it straight off the plans.
Nice.
I would also say some of the previous work that we've done helps us, kind of inspire the customer in terms of what is possible.
Yeah, like you show them some of the things you well, it's funny just talking to you. It's like, again, when I think of decks, I kind of, it's that flat thing that might have a rail, but it's like, wow, I mean, you're really working with the architecture of the house. You're doing 2-story things, putting in fans, putting in other things. That's very
there's
neat.
a lot of things out there. I think, like you mentioned, a lot of people think, well, the traditional deck is a wood deck with built-in benches and some spindled railings, but they can really expand the horizon with using some of the resources we've done on other projects and still have a reasonable budget for a really cool job.
And that deck, you're doing, it fits aesthetically with the house. It's not just a thing that's just plopped on there. That's probably the value of having a decent
I would say the one thing too is, I know in my own home, we have a deck with an umbrella, and I can't tell you how many times that thing has either blown away or doesn't cover enough space that people aren't protected from, let's say, a sun glare or sunset. And to put a roof structure over a deck is not an impossible feature. It can be done at a reasonable cost to really accentuate the entire project.
Very neat. Well, it's exciting to hear about what you guys can do. So
thank you.
If you're looking for a great deck, single deck, double-sized deck, triple-sized decks, other such things.
Do it,
Okay, they'll do it. So give them a call.